Good morning, students. In theme 2, today our next topic is technical advances at Urk City. As in my last video, I told you about the Urk City and the features of the Urk City. Now today I am telling you about the technical advancements at the Urk City. Or the rulers commanding the people on that time to fetch stones or metals ore, to come and to make bricks or lay the bricks for a temples, or else to go to a distant country to fetch suitable material. That's why Urk made great technical advances. Craftsmen began to use the bronze tools for different crafts. Second point, there was no availability of suitable wood to bear the weight of the roof of large halls. So the architect learned to construct the brick columns. So the brick column was a new technical advancement in the Urk city. Hundreds of the people were ordered to work at making and baking clay cones. Different colors printed cones were pushed into the temple wall, which created a colorful mosaic. There was so this clay cone again, this was the technical advancement. Then there were great achievements in the field of sculptures. Imported stones, they import the stones, and they will use that one to build the sculptures. So we also found the big sculptures from the Urk city, from the site of Urk city. Then the potter's wheel was one of the advancement in technical sphere. It enabled potter's workshop to produce a number of similar pots at the same time. So in this way, the people of Urk city, they were also used all these things to make their life more in a better way. Then next topic we discuss about the life in the city of Mesopotamia. We divided the city life of Mesopotamia into two parts, ruling class and the ordinary class. First of all, I am telling you about the ruling class. As we have seen that the ruling elite class had emerged, this was a small section of society, had a major share of the wealth. Nothing makes this fact as clear as the enormous riches. They were the rich class, and we also see that with the dead bodies of these rich people on that time, the jewelry, gold vessels, wooden musical instruments, inlaid with white shells, lapis, ceremonial daggers of gold, etc. All these were buried with some kings and the queens at Ur. But what of the ordinary people? So all these things were buried with the ruling class or the king or the queen. It means that they were the richest persons. Now the ordinary people, ordinary class. We know from the legal texts that in the Mesopotamian society, the nuclear family means comprises a man, his wife, and children, was the norm. Although a married son and his family often resided with his parents, the father was the head of the family. So in this way, we very then the next is the marriage system. We know a very little about the procedure for the marriage. A declaration was made about the willingness to marry, the bride's parent giving their consent to the marriage. Then a gift was given by the groom's people to the bride's people. When the wedding took place, gifts were exchanged by both the parties, who ate together and made offering in a temple. It means the marriage was performed in a temple. When her mother in law came to fetch her, the bride was given her share of the inheritance by her father. The father's house, herds, field, etc., were inherited by the sons. So that this was the marriage system of the Urk city. So now we completed our this topic. Next topic we will complete our next video. Thank you.